Dan Willis here, and we're talking about DCM Services. Now, this is a large, aggressive, third-party collection agency headquartered in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they'll service and collect upon a variety of types of consumer debts, including medical debt, financial services, government accounts, and more. Now, one of the big keys that they specialize in is collecting on deceased or dead people's debts. If you'd like some help, you can get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Now, you did hear that correct. They specialize, and their expertise is collecting upon dead, deceased people's accounts. And this is big because if you're a cosigner, you have no and zero legal or moral responsibility or obligation to pay this if you are not a cosigner. If your friends, family, relatives, whatever, you have zero legal, zero moral responsibility, and please don't just pay them to go away. Even if you are the cosigner, you still don't have this responsibility, because if the actual borrower has died, that's the purpose of probate court, to handle any outstanding debt, whether it's with a lender, a creditor, or a collection agency. That's the purpose of probate court. Please don't just pay. There's many consumer reports about people just paying these guys because they're stricken with grief after losing a loved one, so they think that if they just pay them, these people will just go away and disappear, and that's just not the case. It's not going to help very many people at all. Now, there's two big, powerful ways to fight back and protect your rights as a consumer. The first is to request a validation of your account. This is your right, granted under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. And what it says to Collection Agency X, DCM Services, what it says is you first prove this is actually my debt and that you legally own the collection rights to it, and then we can talk about negotiating a settlement payment. You see, if they don't validate your debt, then it's legally forgiven. Further, they're supposed to contact all three of the credit bureaus, to have them remove that collection listing from your credit report, because that collection listing is damaging and dragging your credit score down. The second thing is the statute of limitations. If your debt is validated, then you want to examine the details, because they're going to respond by sending you paperwork, documents, and this is supposed to be the evidence that proves this is your debt. You want to examine in detail this evidence, because what we're looking for is the date of last activity. You see, for the vast majority of consumer debts, the many types, financial services, medical debts, the only exceptions are with federal student loans and tax liens. But for the rest of consumer debts, you're only legally responsible for a specific number of years. This is a state law, so please investigate your local listings, but generally this is about 7 years from the first date of delinquency with the original creditor, the original lender, as in you aren't ever delinquent with a collection agency. And one of the ways most collection agencies will avoid and work around this is to illegally re-age consumer accounts. They'll view an account that they just purchased as brand new. That'll be the date of last activity. That's beyond illegal, but it's status quo in the collection agency industry. Coming up next, we're going to be talking about how to negotiate a settlement with DCM Services. But if you'd like some help, so please subscribe and join our congregation. If you'd like some help, you can get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Again, that's for a free credit consultation, and the toll-free phone number is 1-877-418-7596. This is Dan Willis. We're going to include a link in the description below over to an article on our website for the full story. We also have a free report available there, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. Have a wonderful day. Please subscribe and join our congregation. Have a terrific day, and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.